Welcome to our book recommendation channel. Today, we have an exceptional recommendation for those aspiring to achieve financial success. Get ready to explore The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley, a groundbreaking book that unveils the secrets of America's wealth. In this eye-opening book, Stanley challenges common perceptions of wealth and reveals the surprising truth about millionaires living right next door. Let's dive into the chapters and discover the profound insights within. Chapter 1. Meet the Millionaire Next Door. Thomas J. Stanley, the author of The Millionaire Next Door, begins his book by introducing readers to an intriguing group of people by referring to them as the millionaires next door in Chapter 1. These people defy the expectations of society and question the traditional depiction of wealthy individuals. Stanley takes us on a journey to uncover the routines, principles, and decisions pertaining to their way of life that have contributed to their extraordinary level of financial success. This chapter examines the routines and practices of these millionaires, providing insight into the methodical way in which they handle their financial matters. They refrain from unnecessary spending, carefully monitor their budget, and put conserving money and making investments ahead of making lavish purchases. They establish a robust financial base, which propels them towards the building of riches as a result of their adoption of these practices. Contrary to popular belief, many millionaires live in modest neighborhoods and lead frugal lives. They prioritize savings and investments over conspicuous consumption. The decisions that these millionaires make about their way of life also play a big influence in the role that those choices play in their financial achievements. They have a propensity to spend less than they earn, hence minimizing their exposure to excessive debt and pointless purchases. They prioritize slowly growing their wealth over the course of time, as opposed to seeking quick gratification through the acquisition of material items. In the first chapter, readers are given a more in-depth understanding of the billionaires next door. By challenging their preconceived beliefs about wealth, and bringing attention to the fundamental elements that contribute to the millionaire's financial success, Stanley makes a persuasive argument for rethinking our concept of wealth, and encourages readers to follow similar practices in their own financial journeys. By examining the individual's routines, values, and lifestyle choices, he does this through presenting a compelling case. Chapter 2. Frugal, Frugal, Frugal. In Chapter 2, Stanley dives into the frugal nature of millionaires. He explores how they prioritize financial independence by making prudent spending choices and avoiding unnecessary luxuries. This chapter examines the mental processes and behaviors of two millionaires known for their modest living. They carefully consider the value and practicality of each purchase they make, and they prioritize quality and longevity over showy brand names or fleeting fashions. They place a higher priority on investments that increase in value over those that decrease in value, such as real estate or equities, and they avoid indulging in assets that are declining in value. In addition, Stanley emphasizes that these billionaires who live frugally are frequently able to avoid becoming victims of lifestyle inflation. They are able to avoid succumbing to the temptation of increasing their spending or upgrading their possessions as their income grows. Instead, they commit to a level of frugality and continue to live within their means. This enables them to save and invest a higher amount of their income than they would be able to if they did not live within their means. From budgeting to smart shopping, millionaires understand the value of a dollar and practice disciplined financial habits. Millionaires who live frugally have developed a robust sense of financial autonomy because of the smart expenditure decisions they have made. They recognize that the acquisition of money involves self-discipline and a focus on the future, and as a result, they place a higher priority on long-term financial security than on instant enjoyment. They have built enormous fortunes over the course of their lives thanks to the frugal lifestyle that has served as the cornerstone of their financial success. The second chapter challenges the concept that money is connected with lavish spending. By giving readers a more in-depth understanding of the thrifty nature of millionaires, and by dispelling the myth that billionaires live extravagant lifestyles, the investigation conducted by Stanley motivates readers to do a self-examination of their own spending patterns, adopt a modest lifestyle, and make deliberate decisions that are in line with their long-term monetary objectives. Readers can make great progress towards accumulating their own money and attaining financial success by placing a high priority on achieving financial independence through the practice of frugal spending. Chapter 3. Time, Energy, and Money. Chapter 3 delves into the relationship between time, energy, and money. Stanley reveals how millionaires allocate their resources wisely, focusing on activities that generate wealth and long-term financial security. In his article, Stanley emphasizes the need of knowing that time, energy, and money are all interdependent and limited resources. Millionaires understand the importance of each of these resources and prioritize the use of them in a manner that is congruent with the financial objectives they have set for themselves. They are aware that the decision to devote their time and effort to pursuits that result in financial gain can have a significant bearing on the level of success they achieve in the long run financially. They invest their time and energy in their businesses, careers, and sound investment strategies, harnessing the power of compounding and smart financial decisions. Long-term thinking is essential to the success of millionaires, according to Stanley, who stresses the importance of this trait. They are aware that the decisions they make now regarding the allocation of their time, energy, and finances can have a considerable bearing on the degree to which they will be able to maintain their standard of living in the future. Millionaires are able to amass considerable assets and attain financial independence because they place a high priority on undertaking endeavors that result in the creation of wealth and ensure that their financial choices are in line with their long-term objectives. In the framework of the accumulation of wealth, the third chapter offers the reader a more profound comprehension of the connection that exists between time, energy, and financial resources. It highlights the strategic method taken by millionaires in allocating their resources, encouraging readers to review their own allocation and make conscious choices that promote their long-term financial security. The book also focuses on the strategic approach adopted by billionaires in deploying their resources. Readers can maximize their resources and put themselves on the path to financial success by placing their attention on endeavors that result in the creation of wealth and by making prudent judgments regarding their finances. Chapter 4. You Aren't What You Drive. In Chapter 4, Stanley challenges the notion that millionaires flaunt their wealth through extravagant possessions. He reveals that many millionaires prefer to drive modest cars, prioritizing financial stability over materialistic displays. The case that Stanley offers is convincing and contradicts social prejudices about wealthy people. He explains that millionaires are aware of the genuine worth of money and the need of maintaining a stable financial situation. They make conscious choices to prioritize long-term financial security rather than giving in to the pressure of showing off their money by driving fancy vehicles. This allows them to avoid the temptation of surrendering to the pressure. Millionaires understand that vehicles depreciate in value, and they choose to allocate their resources towards wealth-building opportunities. The observations of Stanley call into question the idea that one's wealth and status are the best indicators of success. He stresses the importance of actual millionaires concentrating on increasing their net worth rather than spending their money on ostentatious goods. Their selection of more affordable automobiles is illustrative of their fiscal restraint, realistic perspective on wealth, and determination to maintain their monetary security over the course of their lifetime. The information presented in Chapter 4 offers readers a novel viewpoint on the connection that exists between millionaires and the automobiles of their choosing. It challenges preconceived preconceptions about how affluent people ought to display themselves and brings attention to the fundamental principles of financial responsibility and prudence that lead to the wealthy's creation of wealth. Readers have the power to examine their own buying patterns and realign their decisions with the goal of achieving long-term financial success if they adopt a mentality that places a higher priority on monetary security than on materialistic displays. Chapter 5. Choosing the Right Occupation. Chapter 5 explores the importance of choosing the right occupation. Stanley unveils the types of careers that tend to lead to financial success, highlighting the value of specialized skills and entrepreneurial endeavors. In this chapter, Stanley investigates the idea that there are some lines of work that are more likely to result in the accumulation of large wealth. He sheds light on the commonalities and distinguishing features of different lines of work, so illuminating for the reader the aspects that, when combined, result in financial success. He stresses the importance of specialized talents, knowledge, and a deep understanding of particular industries or niches as often playing a vital role in obtaining monetary success. From self-employment to professional services, millionaires often excel in occupations that allow them to leverage their unique skills and provide value to others. Stanley invites readers to evaluate their own job choices and think about options that offer higher income potential. and long-term financial stability by demonstrating the significance of picking the appropriate line of work for one's individual skills and interests. He serves as an inspiration to individuals, encouraging them to explore areas where they may harness the particular abilities, expertise, and passions that they possess in order to attain monetary success. The information presented in Chapter 5 is intended to assist readers in making well-informed choices regarding their future professional endeavors. It stresses the necessity of developing specialized skills and contemplating entrepreneurial endeavors, emphasizing that strategic choices in occupation can considerably affect an individual's financial trajectory. In addition, it emphasizes that strategic decisions in occupation can significantly impact an individual's financial trajectory. Readers can put themselves on the route to generating wealth and accomplishing their long-term financial objectives if they pursue occupations that correspond with their abilities, interests, and potential for financial success. This will allow them to set themselves up for success. Chapter 6: Economic Outpatient Care. In Chapter 6, Stanley addresses the topic of economic outpatient care. He discusses the potential challenges faced by affluent parents in fostering financial independence in their children. This chapter examines the potential difficulties that are associated with cost-effective outpatient treatment. According to Stanley, giving children an excessive amount of financial aid might give them a sense of dependency and entitlement, which can make it difficult for them to develop the motivation to become financially independent as adults. This can cause the children to become dependent on their parents' resources rather than cultivating the skills, work ethic, and financial responsibility essential for them to achieve success on their own. Millionaires recognize the importance of instilling financial discipline and independence in their children, rather than relying on excessive financial support. Chapter 7: The Road to Wealth. Chapter 7 delves into the road to wealth and highlights the significance of perseverance, hard work, and the willingness to take calculated risks. Millionaires understand that wealth is not built overnight but through consistent effort, resilience, and a willingness to seize opportunities. Chapter 8: The Millionaire Next Door Formula. In the final chapter, Stanley unveils the Millionaire Next Door Formula, a recipe for financial success. He emphasizes the importance of discipline, saving, investing, and living below one's means. By following this formula, individuals can pave their own path to financial independence and become the millionaire next door. And there you have it, the insightful chapters of The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley. This book challenges our preconceived notions about wealth and provides a roadmap to financial success. Unleash your financial potential. Remember, wealth is within your reach, and The Millionaire Next Door can guide you on your journey towards a prosperous and fulfilling life. Grab your copy now through the link in the description box. If you are striving to get more sneak peeks of other interesting books out there, kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more interesting book recommendations. Would you like us to cover a book that you are curious about? Comment down below for the title of that book and we might feature it in our next video.